And welcome back. Uh, this is the Moonland Top Secret stream. We're back again for week number 8. Today we have a little bit of a schedule to go through. Hey, Zach, you're right on time. Today we're going to talk about Moonland. We're going to talk about the city and what we're developing. We're going to show off some of the new concept art right away. We're going to talk about bugs, insects on Moonland, and show you some more of that concept art too. Uh, do you know what an isopod is? Find out soon. The point of today's stream is also going to be to talk about our multiplayer, the progress we've made, how we're coming with our map details, and with our, I'm going to call it our art dev demo. So I've been working hard. I've actually gone around scanning the neighborhood. I can go into more detail about that later. And I even scanned part of the beach. And you'll see that too. Is that too graphic for the stream, you guys? This, yeah. So I guess you'll have to message me personally if you want to see the what we're talking about. I scanned a seal on the beach that may not have been with us anymore, and we'll see if you can spot it. Another thing we're going to do today on the stream is we have a bunch of questions from Daniela, who gathered them from our Moonland Twitter. So, just a reminder, Meta Moonland on Twitter. I think it's This Is Moonland or just anything Moonland. You can follow our Moonland channel to find them. Studio Moonland. That's our development channel. Follow along, and you can find that you can ask questions, and we'll answer them on the next week's stream. Hey guys, hey everyone, nice to see you all. And of course, today we have Alicia underneath me and Brandon underneath her, and they're both working hard at getting this stuff going. You're actually looking at Alicia's screen right now. So we're just going to jump in to take a look at the concept art first. Alicia, what do you got here? Oh, you can't hear her? Oh, hold on. Oh, what about now? Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys, the desktop was muted. Try again.
Hello, can you hear me now?
You should be able to hear her now. How about that, Zach?
Yep, the stream works now.
Perfect.
The audio
Great.
at least.
Sorry, guys.
Well,
I was just talking.
I wasn't saying too much. Just that the concept artists gave us some new building sketches, so we can reference them for modeling, and that these will populate our city street, and that this is the same one that we saw last week that me and Kieran started blocking out the buildings from. This is a more detailed version of this one on the right here, and this one looks to be like a bit of a smaller building. And then this is actually the one I have been working on and will continue to work on today.
It's perfect. They look really cool. In my earlier concept, I was trying to figure out, if you take Grand Theft Auto, for example, the lower layer around the street level is always filled with props and details. And when I was expressing this to the concept artists, I was talking about how the lower levels, props, details, upper levels got less detail, and at the top it'll just be silhouette. we went a different direction with this, and I realized our characters are going to have jetpacks, jumping shoes, sticky gloves, the ability to hover, maybe even hover bikes that can work in the city. So having details up top and all over is really going to be like Assassin's Creed more than Grand Theft Auto, and I think that that's good. I think that you'll find players have the ability to go up on the edges and sit and do trades, and I'm looking forward to that.
I'll actually be right back. I need to go grab something from downstairs real quick.
No
Just give me
worries.
like 2 seconds.
Oh, he's walking into space. I'm just trying to find. I don't know where the chroma. I've noticed that my green screen isn't coming through properly, but I can't seem to find the chroma the properties in OBS to properly set it up. So you guys are just gonna get a green Kieran background for the time being. I hope that's okay. Give me one more sec. Alicia's just sitting there modeling, so it'll be okay.
I was floating in space. I have drifted back.
Okay, well, Alicia continues to model. I'm going to show you guys some of our other concept art that we got this week. I'll pull it up here in a sec. Hey, chat. Hey, guys. Apparently, while I'm streaming and voice chatting and Discording, it takes a while to load. But check this out, you guys. This is some beautiful new work we got coming in here from our concept artists. I'm just gonna put it on my other monitor so you guys can see a little better. 1 second. There we go. That's a little better. So you can kind of get a better view. Let's try. I'm just off to the side just a sec. Last week, you guys might remember I really messed with my screen overlay, so that's why you're seeing that. But this is one of our first ever, I guess you could call it an alien. Oh, and it closed itself. Let's bring it back up. I've always found that Windows Photo Viewer, for some reason, is always a slow hog. I'm never sure why it's
Yeah.
junk.
Even their groove music does the same thing, and it seems like it's just off the same crappy base framework.
Yeah, and it sucks. But that's why you gotta replace it with things. Oh, and now it's Photo Viewer is crashing on me. So yeah, let me go back to the story. The story is that on the moon, after the explosion, yes, there was an explosion that cracked the moon, we found out that there was a lot of creatures living inside of the moon because the center of the moon was quite warm. So over the eons, the creatures that lived on the outside moved inwards. And this is the lunapod. It's based off of Earth's isopods. And it's one of the first creatures you're going to see scurrying around the moon. They're scavengers. The difference between moon pods, the lunapods, and isopods from Earth is isopods from Earth eat whales and dead things on the bottom of the ocean, where these guys eat trash. They eat satellites. They'll start chewing on your spacesuit. They love the armor for the pets, your spaceship. If you land it in the wrong area, these guys will come and start literally destroying your work. Salem. Hi, when will your Discord channel be open? Don't know English. Can you explain it in writing, please? Yes, I can. Let me write that down for you and I'll tell you what I'm saying. Okay. Hi, yes. Discord will be ready in 1 week. So you can expect us to drop Discord next week. Maybe the week after, but I'm going to say next week. We're trying to push things along faster so you guys get what you want. Now, back to this. We got our concept going. And I want to show you guys a sneak peek in a little bit here. We're going to actually take a sneak peek at what we consider as the development team, the testing zone, or the prototyping place. It's where we test all of our assets out before we integrate them into our game. And recently, I've been testing something new, because in the Unreal Engine 5, you can import straight from your camera 3D meshes that you scan outside. Without cleaning them up, you can actually just import them straight into the Unreal Engine and it will handle them. It uses a process called nanite, and it is pure magic. So I'm going to be showing you that in a little bit. I want to talk about next something else that we were testing out this week. And that is Brandon's full... Oh, if it actually changes to it. Hold on. Windows Photo Gallery is exploding. So I'm going to show you a sneak peek of our multiplayer testing in Unreal. We were able to get 4-player server-wide testing for our Battle Arena tests going this week. As you can see here, Brandon, why don't you take over and talk about what we're experiencing?
Okay, so right now we are using this kind of like a session-based our lobby system, and it'll be useful down the road. But right now, what this is showing one server running on a client, and then the other 3 windows are clients or people playing the game, finding the session that is being hosted, and then they can just hop in, and then they will just be imported into that world. So what you just see there is just people running around. If you look on the stream, the character is pushing like a box, and it's also just showing that the replication and everything for the physics items are also working. So that's being properly handled, and everybody can see all the fancy, fun physics stuff flying around.
You can literally push each other around on moon rocks.
Yes.
And as you can see, he's just alt-tabbing between the different playables to test them out. And what this shows is, it shows that our multiplayer, even at the core, before any of our art assets are added, is solid. One of the practices I like to sponsor during game development is siloing off of the different types of prototypes, especially when jumping into a new engine. When you're working with a new engine like Unreal 4, Unity, any of them, you really want to try each thing separate. PDI, an old, what DreamWorks used to be, while I was working at EA, I was a junior artist, and I was learning lighting. And I was learning it from some people that had just come over from what is now DreamWorks. And they were teaching me about the one at a time rule. And that goes for also anything in development for me, one at a time. And what that means is that if you're, let's say, lighting, lighting is the process of placing lights in a virtual world, and then those lights will cast the shadows and the brightness and light your world, like the beginning of the Bible. There will be light, and there will be errors. There will be problems. There will be lots of bugs, because with 3D lighting, there also comes a lot of gross artifacts and angles that can't be lit properly, not enough geometry, yada, yada, yada. I like to say a good model lights itself, and that's my rule of thumb. A good model can be thrown into any scene and it lights itself. It's already done. The UVs are already perfect for baking light map UVs and everything. But for the one, let's say one rule is that when you're lighting or anything else, change one setting at a time. In the early days, a lot of people go in there, change a bunch of settings, render it, change a bunch of other settings and render it, and then it doesn't look good. But then they don't remember, or it's too much to write down every setting you changed. So change one setting at a time, render it, test it. It's a slower process, but you'll have far fewer issues and bugs. And I like to think about that same for game development. Try everything out separately. Make each of its cores solid so that you can always go back to it if you fuck it up. And trust me, we will fuck it up. It's just a matter of time because once you start integrating things, they seamlessly don't work together. But that's why when we do this process, we can integrate them one at a time so we know what aspects need to talk and what needs to be developed and what we need to fix. We can only test things one at a time. So that's also why we did. Alicia, I'm going to show off your rocks. Oh, nope, that's a picture of the moon. So it should be here somewhere.
Those rocks are so cool.
They're so cool. There it is. All right, so I don't know if you can see the stream, but we're just going through the video that you posted. Mm-hmm. It's just showing off the rocks. Can you talk a little bit about what you did here?
Yeah, so what we did is we figured out that you can bake the vertex colors into the model and use that information to reference, to create a shader then, basically, within the material. And so we used world projected textures. So instead of UVing the objects, it takes the engine takes a look at the mesh in relation to where it is in the world and projects textures onto it and kind of blends them to make it look seamless so that you don't see the seams. And we also don't have to use UVs because it just uses the mesh information and its position in the world to like figure out where to put the 2D image onto the 3D object. And so with both of those kind of techniques, I was able to create a rock texture where it references one of the baked vertex colors information to create like edgeware on the stylized rocks that I sculpted.
So it's basically just masks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But this technique is new, and it hasn't been really used a lot that we're aware of. I'm sure other games in development are starting to use it. But we wanted to jump on this so that we could maximize nanite and maximize, like, look at those rocks, man. They're so fucking gorgeous. Some of those edge details, they're like, you almost couldn't paint them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know. They just take so much longer. But yeah, so we're going to be using this technique. You'll see it soon. Next Friday, we'll, like I said, siloing off. She was siloing this off so that we know that this shader works by itself. So that when we integrate it, either we have to optimize it, or if it has a conflicting error with something else, we have to figure that out. But until then, we just wanted to prove it out. So she's done that here, and next week we're going to be integrating that into all of our assets that I scanned this last week. I'm going to actually pull up now the actual just scanned assets. I don't think you guys have seen them, but I did, and just to see how like they're not, what can I say? They're not that great. Like, because of the iPhone 13's LiDAR scanner. Actually, before I do, let's take a brief second to pause and say, this is a beautiful image. This is my desktop background right now. This is not the full image, and there's lots more, but this was the first one. And I have to say that this is as close to God as we're ever going to be.
Very exciting, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best camera we ever got billions of dollars to throw into space, right? We can't solve homelessness, but we can take pictures of distant galaxies and tell you what material they're made of, like no other human.
And I think, okay. Did you answer Dayrazor's question? What is this about the stone? No, I mean the stone. The rocks, those are like the moon rocks. That's what those were.
Yeah, so that's like the style we're trying to achieve with the higher detail and fidelity of a painterly style, but like to a degree that you haven't seen yet. And we're still fledging that out because Unity wasn't able to give us this fidelity. So now with Unreal 5, we are able to go far and beyond. Just quickly before I show off this scene, this is just a corner piece. I'm just gonna hide that. You guys, did you see that video, Brandon, I sent you with the Houdini stuff?
Yes, I
Did you
did.
see how crazy it is with the, like, in Houdini, you just like, it just does all the procedural, like there's a specific one where it's like, you hand model the bottom of a building, but then the pipe details and all the top details are just cubes that Houdini just puts procedural stuff into.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think that's cool. I know it can be done in Blender. I know the Blender has a thing for like ivies and like vines and stuff like that. So
The
it's cool.
node-based stuff that
yeah.
actually pulls on Houdini work, and guys from Houdini now work at Blender. Not kidding.
Sorry, you cut out there a little bit.
Oh, I said that pulls on the Houdini stuff. It actually pulls on that work and that stuff too. That there's some guys from the side effects that have
stuff
gone
is
to Blender.
Absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah, 100%. Why is this not? That's the texture. That's right. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna lower the. There we go. Vertex coast. So if you see here, these are the actual. I went outside and I used my phone and I scanned some rocks. So you can see here, these are actually just a 3D scan using a regular iPhone. You can use the 12 or 13. They have a LiDAR scanner. And I was able to take these and make different rock patterns. This is just a test because we haven't had this technology before. I wanted to research and develop it just a little bit. So I grabbed a large rock from outside. And this is also the information baked into the vertex colors so that we can use it in game, just to play around with, right? And you see there is already lighting on it and stuff, but that's because I took these in a... If you're ever scanning, rule of thumb, do not scan on a sunny day. Scan on the grayest day possible with 0 shadows. And then we have this smaller portion of rock. So this is just again, just a scan of some rocks. If you've noticed, I've stretched the bottoms of them all out. I'm finding that the technique of making both my hands in the stream. Making things rounded on the outside is way easier to piece them together. So that like there's not like big flat spots that stick up, and then you have to like somehow figure that out. It's really annoying. Everything should be like rounded chunks that just like ram each other together, and like when there's flat stuff, you just have a bigger, wider, open flat piece that's even split up perfectly at the verts, like cube cut. But yeah, so these I took, and oh, great say, James Webb. Yeah, you guys know. Sorry, chat. I'm distracted by this stuff. I really want to show you this. This is a game. We literally took this and I built the moon out of it. And I'm going to show that to you right now. So, can you see it? Can you see it, chat? This is our prototyping level. Oh, I'm going to get rid of this guy real quick. You're not allowed to see him yet. But I'm gonna hit play here, and I just want you to be aware that this is very much early access, early development, and I don't know what else can I preface this with, guys. Like, this is just like the first version inside Unreal.
Yes, very much subject to change. That's a good way to put it.
This is very much subject to change. Yes. Okay. And if we go offline right now, it's 100% my fault, and my computer is going to die. But how many viewers we got? Oh, we got 69. That's actually pretty good. We got 70 people watching right now. Or what does yours say, Brandon?
It says 78.
78. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, 78 people. Welcome to Moonland. This is the first time you are going to see Moonland. Subject to change. Also subject to my computer crashing because that's subject to me saving too. Yeah, here it goes. It's slowly gonna eat my computer up. You guys aren't frozen. All right, we're still good. I'm actually surprised how well this runs. Like, let's see. Okay, bringing it up into the main screen. Main screen, turn on. Oh no, main screen explode. So here we go, guys. Oh, wherever my mouse is. Welcome to Moonland. Are you guys watching? Hey, Zach. This one's for you, Zach. This jump is for Zach. All right, so I'm going to walk you through, and there may be some problems here, but I'm going to walk you through some of our props that we've been testing out. Yeah, thank you, guys. So, as you know, this is our main character, Kimmy. She's hanging out in the fresh new spacesuit, just chilling. Apparently, we've gotten some flack for her butt pads, but they're not going anywhere. We're actually going to stick stickers on them. So this is our test environment. Right to our front, we have one of our taxis that I'm in development of. I haven't worked on it in about 2 weeks, so it's basically the same state as if you saw a video on Twitter. But we wanted to get it in the game looking the same. This is Alicia's traffic light. He'll be flying around in the scene soon. We got some rocks in the sky. Our concept artist gave us a bright, new, beautiful sky. Don't mind the stretching right now. It's actually because of the resolution. I found out the way I'm full screening the Unreal Engine, I have to do some code for, but I haven't bothered yet. So we're going to run over here and... Oh, look, it's one of Alicia's ATMs. This little guy will give you moon gems, as well as you'll see him as one of our gamer cabinets. Again, the beautiful, beautiful little light. Let's jump. Let's get on top of it. Can we? Oh, look, there we go. Oh, I think I have to fix the collision, guys. That's something that is 100% not finished yet, because for prototyping I'm using automatic collision, but for our actual in-game we'll have standardized collision, so you won't see any of these bugs. So let's jump down here. These are just, right now we're running a lap round with our player, and you can see the different animations we're using. These are the different animations tied to our current character. Let's see. Let's run over here. What is this, you guys? Looks like a doorway. Where do you guys think it's going to go? Hey, chat. Where do you think this door goes? I love that I have people to interact with. Yeah. You like that? Yeah. Our concept artist did actually, I think, the floating traffic light was the early concept. I think there was a pole, but it was like not as apparent to me that the thing was attached to a like an actual pole. So when we built it, I just was like, Alicia, like yeah, let's just make it float. And then she added the wires that dangle down, and we got an antenna on there. And I have to say, it's fucking awesome. We're gonna make sure that the wires wave around. And one of our concepts that we may be subject to change too is I want you to be able to hack everything for like 30 seconds. So like you can just jump on anything, hack it with some kind of like a Borg nanoprobe hacking style, and you just control it for 30 seconds and cause chaos in the game. It will just be so much fun. I'm just gonna take a look. Hi chat, what are you saying? Oh, into another metaverse. Ding, ding, ding. Not to your home, Dayraiser. Not to your home. This is not a portal to your home. The door to Moonland. Yes, Quantum Chris. This is the door to Moonland. Now, again, I'm working on the special effects. We have no special effects yet. I realized I'm going to have to take some time and do a bunch of special effects. I did, yeah, so we'll walk in here, and we get teleported to Moonland. So, you guys, this is Moonland. Let's take a walk around. Oh, what's this thing? Oh, I don't know. Some holes in the moon. All right, let's go down here, guys. Look at this. This is Moonland, guys. Now, our cities are in development, but as you can see, we're fully fledged. We're getting ready for the Moonlanders to jump in. All the early cadets to come and walk on these rocky paths and start building your moon bases and also start playing Moonland. That's what we see here. This right here is Moonland, you guys. This is the first doorway to Moonland. Let's go up over here. Let's explore some more. Look at this big rock. I wonder if anyone recognizes that rock. Do you think you recognize that rock as the rock that was outside my house that I maybe scanned? What about these piles of rubble? Maybe I shouldn't break the fourth wall too much. What do you guys think? But yeah, we got the floating asteroids. We got the nice effects. We got some cartoony rocks too. We've been testing out other styles. But just remember, all of these are going to look like that rock you saw before. We're going to get that shader applied to this entire world. Now let's run back and see where the door goes next. Where do you guys think this door goes? Here we go, guys. We're going back. Oh no! This is what I talked about. Oh, we found a bug. We are... Can we get out of it? Nope. We're stuck. No, we're back. Okay. Oh no! Guys, this is a bug. This is a bug. This is a bug. We're stuck in the ground.
Whoa.
Guys, we're bugging out. Oh, okay. So
That's my favorite thing about game development is just seeing the little bugs that happen like in while you're working on stuff. It can be so funny.
let's avoid, which way do I point? That way. Let's avoid this space right here. This is gonna get a no-go sign. We're gonna walk around it.
Do not enter.
Yeah, do not enter. We fall through the seal. I mean, it's not a seal. It's a giant rock from the moon.
It's just a rock.
Yeah, it's just a rock. All right, we're going back through. Going back through, you guys. Let's go. Oh, and we're back. We're back to the center. Because this is the spot where we look at the character. We zoom out, and we say, thank you to all the Moonlanders out there who are supporting us. Dayraiser says, this time my home, question mark? No, we're not, Dayraiser, we're not going to your home, I'm sorry. Maybe one day, or hey, I got something to show you guys. We've been prototyping out the little, the Moonland, so I think you guys all saw this guy. This is the early one.
We need a Kimmy Cam.
Yeah, you do. We do. Don't worry, we'll get one. Hey, you know what? Actually, no, I can't do that. But this is the new one, and we actually got the head working inside. It's just that I made I flipped the UVs, I flipped the normals and duplicated the sphere for her helmet, but I made them too thin. So as soon as it came out, Danny poked it and it broke. But it actually printed like super thin glass. But this is the new one. Can I see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Can you? You can. Yeah. My camera's really laggy. Wow. I'm lagging right up. But yeah, this is the new Kimmy. Uh, so what I was saying, Day Razor, is no, we won't be coming to your house, but you're one of the earliest fans, so you will definitely be getting one of these in the mail eventually. Um, just wait. We're gonna put out a mailing list for emails, and then we'll contact people to get addresses to send things out. But for now, we're just gonna continue to make our game. That's the most important part right now. We are really excited to bring you to Moonland. Now, let's close this. And we're going to switch back to see how Alicia's building's going. How's it going, Alicia?
Good. I
Whoa,
am
cool.
pretty close to done with blocking this building out. I just have to do that donut screen on the top and the signs off the side.
Is that what that is?
And
It's
this
a
is-
screen?
That's what the note says on here.
Okay.
It's a
Okay,
big
I didn't
pixel
notice that.
screen.
Okay, cool.
So I'm guessing it's kind of like Jumbotron, kind of like kind of a thing, or like the New York
Like
City with
like
all the like
wraparound?
like the wraparound on building screen kind of things.
That looks sweet. Can you just go back and zoom in on it again? And just rotate
On
it
the
around?
concept art or the
No, on
building?
your image, yeah. On your 3D model, sorry.
Hold on. There we go.
Man, it's looking nice. Now, can we make the the only thing that's throwing me off with the scale right now is the overhang.
Okay.
Can you make it like half as thin or like quite a bit thinner?
Yes. Like the roof part or the
the roof
supports.
But both of them, the roof
Okay.
and the supports. Yeah. I can imagine that almost being sheet metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There,
That looks
and
nice.
then
So today we actually have some questions from Twitter. And I thought, oh, wait, what time is it? Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. So we have some questions from Twitter. And I thought that we'd take some time, Brandon. Well, Alicia modeled, and of course, Alicia, you can comment too. We're going to go through them, and I'll answer them, and then I'll send some off to you guys to answer too. If that sounds good.
Awesome.
for sure.
All right. So
Right.
first up, and you guys all remember Daniela. She's our lovely host. She'll be back maybe next week to ask these questions to us then. Or not these ones, but the ones you guys post on Twitter for next week. So, the questions of the week. Which network will you exist through? So, I'm thinking that you mean either where are you going to get our game, or where, if you already know that we're, how do I say crypto without saying crypto? We support the blockchain and we support NFTs. We've come up with a lot of good ideas around how they can be integrated into a game successfully. Just like how a lot of gamers hate, and I'll say hate, it's a strong word, but a lot of gamers hate microtransactions. Pay to win, it's destroyed MMOs for a lot of good games. It could be really fun to play, to grind with your friends. Create a divide in the game of the people with money and without. And sure, it mirrors the real world, and that's fine. But what if we could create that in the game ourselves instead? That's more my thinking. So our network, most of our NFTs will launch on the Ethereum blockchain, but our advisors from another chain that goes unnamed are always working behind the scenes to try to get something new that you guys haven't seen before. So I'm not trying to be cryptic, I'm just trying to tell you as much as I can. So stay tuned because we got a lot of stuff in store for that. I guess also I can just say cross-chain. You will definitely be able to import things from multiple chains. But as far as networks go, we plan to launch on the Epic Games Store. We would launch on Steam, but I think that some of our aspects might not be there. But also, our first demo for the Unreal Engine 5 will be more of a battle royale test net for our game, which will become the tournaments in the game. So you might see that pop up in other places. I'm still not sure if we're going to talk about that quite yet. So I hope that cryptically explains your question. The next question. Will your game or app have support? I'm gonna
Yes.
try to translate this and say yeah. All right, sorry, yeah, Brandon. Yes, there we go.
Uh,
Question answered.
yeah, we will have support.
Let's say, will your game app have support? Maybe you're trying to say, will your game have app support? So the game itself is Unreal Engine 5, and that means that we will be launching on the Epic Games Store and online. You'll be able to download our game off of our website, but it will be a PC-based game to start with. Dayraiser asks, are we going to be on ETH? Yes, some of our NFTs will be on ETH. We've talked about all sorts of blockchains from Binance to Quantum. We'll figure it out as we go. But the goal is to eventually be able to trade items and see your pets in AR and be able to play the marketplace while you're away from the game. So you can actually log into the game from your phone and use a selected portion of the how can I put it? Some of the submenus will be available in the app, but you won't be able to actually play the game in the app until we get streaming worked out properly, and that's not for a little while. So let's go on. Will there be online races? It's a really good question. What do you guys think? Do you think they mean pet races? Do you think they mean ship races? Do you think they mean running races? Just like people running in circles?
Maybe they mean all of them. All in general.
Well, I guess we're going to have races. But yeah, no, for real though, we're going to have races. Unless you mean like species races, like different aliens and stuff.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the way it's spelled...
With all the different models or like concepts we have for different characters or just like different just creatures, it definitely seems like we would have some I would say like races you could play as maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull up. Sorry, go on.
Nope, you're good. With the character customizer too, I think you'll be able to kind of change the skin tone to like unnatural skin tones too, so you can have like a blue character that looks humanoid, but maybe they're technically in your whatever you want to play as in your mind, they could be a part of an alien race as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. We would like our character creator to have all the colors of the rainbow, including purples, blues, pinks. You can make your skin whatever you want. Going back to the races, we're going to have all sorts of types. I may have been approved this week to start the design and prototyping concept phase of mech ships. So I've kind of talked to you guys about this. Maybe this is like too new for the stream. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. I will also be talking about this image that I have up on the screen in a second here. But kind of had a dream of this, and my dream was that I was playing Moonland, and the ships were turning into robots and back again. I don't know if you've ever seen Macross, It's an older anime series.
Hmm.
But they had like jets that turned into robots and then turned back into jets. I mean, there's Transformers like that too. Like, is it Ironside? No, I think he's a Rhino. There's a bunch of them, right? But I just thought how cool that would be because we're not having fighting in our game with our characters. We're having fighting with our pets. And I thought, why not with our ships too? Because they're already dog fighting. Like, but what if you can, as you get close to each other, turn into robots and laser sword battle, or machine gun each other, or just grapple and throw each other into the ground, almost like robot Dragon Ball Z. And I realized that would be really fun. So I think what we're going to be having isn't necessarily races, but tournaments. And there's going to be a lot of different types of tournaments. And that gives us the ability to have tournaments where we actually give out real prizes. Who knows? Maybe you'll win a free trip in an actual jet. All right.
That'd be awesome. I feel like they're like the competitive aspects of the game are going to be very much alluring. I will say from what
Yes.
I know so far.
Robot Son Goku. Yes, Robot Son Goku. That's exactly it.
Roku.
Roku. I'm just looking at all the comments now. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is wonderful. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't talk about that yet. We'll go on to the questions. I have some stuff I want to talk to you guys about, but it's gonna have to be after our stream. I always so if you guys don't know, this is Alicia. She's the leader of our 3D team. This is Brandon. He's the lead of our tech team right now. They both help me build this game, and without them, we wouldn't be this far ahead. We wouldn't have this much imagination right now. But sometimes, since we meet every couple days, I get too used to talking to you guys, and it's like we're just having a Google chat. And then I realize that there's 70. Oh wow, 96 other people
97.
watching. Hey, 97 people.
Wow.
It's lovely. We might get to the top of the development stream again on a Friday. That's kind of cool. Can you take a look at where we are on that, Brennan? And
Yeah, most definitely. It appears that we are sitting on if we go from most viewed, we are the 5th most viewed stream right now.
All right, get us up there, you guys. Somehow get us up there. Let's talk more about this game. Maybe I'll show it off a bit more too, because I think that people love to see that actual playing. You guys want to see some more bugs? I got some areas I know that are bug filled. When you generate collision inside of Unreal for some reason, like it's like a lot of times it just generates hulls that have like gaps in between, and I hate it. It's so annoying.
Have you ever? You can do use mesh as collision.
These meshes are too big. It's too much collision data. Yeah, so we actually have to make low-res meshes for collision.
Like really primitive shape.
Yeah, I used to do that like when like EA games, like all the sideline stuff is high res, but the balls and stuff can't, like if you try to use the actual scoreboard, it's too much collision for the balls, and most of the time they just go right through. It's too much because they use real physics. So like for FIFA or NBA and stuff, so it's all just like really actually blockade collision, and you can see it if you play any EA sports game. Maybe not now, but maybe like from the PS3 to PS4 era. The corners of things, if you bounce things off, they never hit the corners, the actual corners. They'll never actually like hit the actual, like if it's a rounded corner of an ad board, they'll never hit it. It looks like it hits off invisible space. You don't notice it, but I notice it and I hate it. So let's talk about the game again. This guy is one of our newest. What was the story behind him? He is a bounty hunter, and he's one of the many races on the planet. I think I've talked about the story a bit before. Moonland opened up to the intergalactic channels after the explosion, because once there's even an accidental race crossover in terms of like planets you should leave alone, everyone else comes. So this guy's from a far reaches of our solar system. I think one of Saturn's moons, and he was an experimental project that was lost in space. And when he crash landed back on the moon, they actually found an android's body that had collapsed on the moon trying to get doing the development of the moon city, solar city. And what happened was this, serendipitously, this guy's ship, it was kind of like you see its head, it's like a circular pod that was like his ship, crash landed right next to the android, and he was able to use his breathing tube to hijack the whole suit. And I'll just tell you, he's never been that happy. He's never really been that happy of a guy. Maybe it's a genetic thing, but he's also one of Moonland's best, and let's say he's got the most stars as far as bounty hunters goes. So you won't win. This guy, as you level up, your pets level up. This guy levels up, but he will ask you once in a while to team up with him to help you on missions. And those kind of missions are going to be big group missions to help take down bosses or robot Gokus or, any number of things. And he's going to be one of the next characters we show you as far as NPCs goes. But that's a ways away. We still have to show you the city. We're building it out right now. We have to work towards getting let's see, do I have the city shots in here? Let's see. We'll go back to those for a second. Hey, Google Photo Viewer. Oh, no, that was my Slack. I'm going to shut that off. I'll show you with Alicia's screen. So we're back to again, like I said, we're building the cities out. There's a lot of difference between concept art and the 3D model. Like you can see Alicia here, she first has to block things in. If you were to model everything all wonky and cockeyed, you'd really have a hell of a time doing much more to it. We maybe sent Alicia a little bit of a present yesterday, so she'll be able to do some sculpting soon.
Oh, you got it?
No, but we sent her something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just sent her a video card so that she can actually do this stuff.
Tied me over.
Yeah. But then in the future, you'll have two machines, so you'll have to do 2 times the work, right? Or you'll have to train your boyfriend up. Anyway, guys, we're cranking along. We're doing the building stuff, and we're getting stuff going. I think I might show you off since there's so many people here now, I'm going to show off the game one more time. And I'm sorry, but today we're going to have to wrap it up early. The day's been long, and it's a Friday, and I think we all have things we need to do. So after this, I will be showing you, after this game, we'll be signing off. But don't worry, we're back every Friday at between 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time, and we are literally here to please you with Moonland. That sounds a little weird. We're here to give you Moonland? Well, that sounds
entertain
weird.
you with Moonland.
Yeah, we're here to be your entertainers on Moonland. We're here to Moonland you. What do you?
You're getting closer.
Yeah, we're getting closer. We're here to
Not
moon
quite.
you. It's the moon.
We're here to moon everyone.
We're here to moon everyone. You're all getting mooned.
You get a moon. You get a moon.
Yeah. And you get a moon. And you get a moon rock. Oh, Zach, you're laughing at us. How many
134.
viewers?
Let's go.
Oh wow! All right, we're at over 100. You guys, welcome to Moonland. I just want you to sit. Oh, it's lagging because oh wait, there we go. Shouldn't lag too much now. So, anyone tuning in right now? Again, I'm Kieran. This is Alicia and this is Brandon, and we're all here as part of the Moonland team to bring you Moonland. Holy crap, 134, you're right. And we're showing off some of our early access assets for the Moonland metaverse. And that's our moon space character, some of our in-game taxis. This little guy up here, he's a traffic light. But how was I describing it to you guys last week? I think I was saying that Moonland is kind of like Toontown meets Cyberpunk. So we want to get that funky everything has an attitude, everything is alive, kind of feeling going on, but with the sense of a cyberpunk world. It's a little gritty. There's, maybe some people still smoke cigarettes. It's disgusting. Don't do it, kids. But, how else can you describe it? An early 90s or early 1920s, even, film noir cartoon. You wouldn't have seen that back then. So, guys, you're just looking around. I'm just in the Moonland metaverse right now. This is our prototyping zone. And I'm going to go through this doorway to show you our first, let's just say, this is the first moon prototype. And we teleport. Now, yes, I know, the teleport animations aren't ready yet. Don't criticize me until I'm done. So, this is our Moonland. This is the, I guess I'll take a slow peek around. If any of you are wondering, too, what's on the back of our little moon character here, her name is Kimmy, is her health. So when you get knocked out, those will be depleted. So you're going to run around these different moon rocks that are sitting here. And if you haven't seen the moon rock that Alicia did, please watch the stream again and take a look, and you'll see some crazy good art that we got coming down the pipe. We got some beautiful looking high-res rocks, very much, these are not optimized. They're full-on 3D scans of rocks that are original. You won't find on Quixel or anywhere else. Again, they're prototypes. We're just doing some tests. We'll have some even higher res ones in later on. But as you look around, you can see the different diversities in our Moonland. And you come across just this big giant rock here. What's on the top? You'll have to tune in next time. For now, we're going to run back and go through this door to finalize our stream, you guys. When we run through this door, it's getting late, and I want you to know we thank you all for tuning in. And you guys, you know what's funny? It's probably, oh, hey, you're in a spaceship again.
Yes, I am.
I think that, don't fall through the cracks there, little bud. I think that our Moonland metaverse is coming across quite beautifully, and we've got numerous new assets coming down the pipe. So you guys will have to stay tuned and keep an eye out for some of the, how do I say it, next week we may have a mini battle arena ready for you guys to see. I'll be adding some of the headbutting we had in our Unity demo into our Unreal Engine work, and you'll get to see what it's like when we start butting heads, I guess you could say. And yes, I know everyone loves the game. Thank you guys. We love you. You're awesome. What number do you got? I got 134 here. You got
171.
171. Guys, that's it. That's it for the day. You're going to have to tune in next week. If you like this week and you want to know more about Moonland, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Instagram, and you should be able to find all those links in our Twitch. If not, find us here again next Friday, and we'll show you where to go. This has been Moonland's top secret development stream. And do you guys have any final words?
Get excited.
Yeah. And have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah, you guys. Have a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.
Adios.